Welcome to this presentation on the occasion of World Cancer Day, the 4th of February 2021. In keeping with the UICC dedication of the 4th of February as the World Cancer Day, this video has been made and presented in order to create awareness and education about certain lifestyle modifications which we can all adopt in order to curb the incidence of cancer in our population, thus promoting good health and reduced mortality from cancer. The 4th of February is known as the World Cancer Day. It has been so designated by the Union for International Cancer Control in order to improve the worldwide awareness, education, and action about cancer, with the motto of reducing global cancer deaths by 2030. Cancer is not a totally preventable disease, although its incidence and impact can be reduced by certain healthy choices. Smoking and other abuse of tobacco products is directly carcinogenic. It is known to cause oral, pancreatic, liver, and lung cancers, and yet these substances continue to be used unabated. One must take a conscious decision to control tobacco addiction. Alcohol is another substance abuse that leads to gastric, liver, pancreatic cancers. Hence, reducing alcoholic consumption would go a long way in curbing incidence of cancer. So, what are the root causes of cancer? Cancer is caused because of genetic causes or acquired causes. Acquired causes are mainly environmental, which result in chronic inflammation as a result of diabetes, obesity, drugs, addition of toxins such as alcohol or smoking, environmental pollutants, stress, insomnia, which all result in weakened immunity. Poor diet, nutritional deficiencies, macro and micronutrient deficiencies also lead to weakened immunity that leads to cancer. The basic mechanism of cellular proliferation of normal cells multiplying, growing, and dying is disturbed in cases of cancer. The inciting factor prevents normal cell elimination by the body, as a result of which abnormal cells are produced which have a long life and longer potential for multiplication. These gradually result in abnormal growth, that is, tumor formation. This progression shows the development of cancer from normal cells into cancerous cells. When there is abnormal uncontrolled multiplication of cells, it results in increased number of cells, which is known as hyperplasia. The cells themselves become dysplastic, that is, there are changes in the shape and size and mitotic activity in the nuclei. This results in dysplasia. When it increases further to cause disruption of the limiting membrane, the cells become completely abnormal and are known as cancerous cells. Once cancerous cells develop, they continue multiplying. They displace normal cells while increasing their own population. They gradually form clumps which become larger and larger. They derive their own blood supply, which is known as neoangiogenesis, and they thus thrive with the increased blood supply. Gradually, they break out of their limiting cavities, the limiting membranes, and become invasive cancers. Since my special area of interest and expertise is the surgical management of breast and colorectal cancers, I would like to highlight awareness about these two types of cancer, which may sometimes be part of a single genetic syndrome. Though the exact cause of breast cancer is not known, certain genetic mutations are responsible for its causation. The cornerstone of management of any cancer, especially breast cancer, is early diagnosis and treatment, identification of high-risk groups, and improve awareness and patient education. This is how we will lead to the motto of achieving reduced mortality of cancer patients. 25% of patients with colorectal cancer have a hereditary factor with a significant family history, whereas 60 to 65% are sporadic, which may be part of cancer syndromes or maybe because of certain genetic mutations brought about by environmental factors. Precipitating causes for colorectal cancers include low dietary fiber intake and chronic constipation with diverticulosis, adenomatous polyposis, chronic inflammatory diseases such as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease as pre-malignant conditions. The treatment of colorectal cancer is essentially surgical. The extent of surgery depending upon the location, size of tumor, adjuvant chemo or radiation therapy is decided as per the stage at the time of diagnosis. Certain lifestyle changes can definitely contribute to prevention of cancer and improving the quality of life in patients. Changes in diet: by adopting a healthy diet, avoiding food carcinogens as those are found in preserved or processed foods, consuming more raw and crude food stuff, regular exercise, and vaccination wherever available will contribute to prevention of cancer. Cervical cancer vaccine is easily available and should be given to young girls in the adolescent age group to achieve maximum preventive benefit. Most of the other cancers do not have a ready vaccine available, but vaccination for cancers are definitely under research. The treatment of any type of cancer is radical and debilitating, just like the diseases. Hence, prevention is most important. In those who have suffered from cancer, healthy lifestyles continue to improve the quality of life. The disease cancer is characterized by rapid growth in size, which spread to neighboring and distant organs, which are known as metastasis, and also the ability to recur after treatment. That is why one must undergo review with the doctor whenever advised. Thank you.